Hey, welcome everyone. This is Greg and Scott, and we are going to, excuse me, I had something stuck in my throat. Um, welcome to this. That's how I roll, and we have going to add to a channel a duo game, not solo, but duo. And tonight we're going to make character creation, our two characters, and then we're going to talk a little bit about duo gaming, I guess that's what you call it, right, Scott? I guess
Yep.
duo gaming.
Or,
Um,
or shared DM, I guess would be another way of saying it.
yeah, share DMing, or a DM-less game, I guess you could say as well. So we just thought tonight we'd get together, make a couple of characters, and we are going to use uh, the Becmi rules, which is Rules Encyclopedia. Is that what it's called, Scott?
Yep.
The Rules Encyclopedia. You know what? I'll pop it up real quick. We're going to use this rule set. Let's see if I can get the thing on here. This is high technical stuff here, Scott.
Yep.
Here, I'm going to share real quick. So we're going to use this rule set, the Rules Encyclopedia, with the Jeff Easley cover. Isn't that right, Jeff Easley?
I think that's his artwork, yes.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it is. In fact, I backed his art. Let's see here. Front cover, Jeff Easley, right there. So we're going to use the Becmi rules. And why would you want to use the Becmi rules, Scott?
Well, they are the next version of the BX rules that we both grew up on. So instead of just having the basic and advanced, or expert, sorry, they go on with the companion, master, and then immortal set of rules. So we can go from level 1 to, I think, 36 with these rules.
Yep, up to immortal.
And if you're not lucky enough to have one of these books, you can get either the PDF off of Drive Through RPG, like Greg has, or if you want to spend a little extra, you can have it print on demand. You'll get it within like 3 weeks. It's nice to have a copy, of course.
Yeah, I'll put it down in the description, the doobly doo, when we're done.
Yep.
So people can go. But it's if you want to play, because I started with the box. I think Scott started with the box.
Yep.
So it's just a where they just took everything and put it all together. And so we wanted to play old school, and we're going to look at playing an old school module, Night's Dark Terror, right?
Yep.
B10.
B10.
B10. So tonight in B10 is second to fourth level. And since we're only going to play one character each, we're going to roll up some. Let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. So we are going to roll up our characters tonight. So you want to have a roll off to see who rolls first with the characters?
Yeah, 2d6 who goes first.
2-6. Okay,
I got an 11. That's gonna be hard to beat.
Oh, yep. I got a 4 and a 3. So that's a 7 at my math school.
Yep. All right. I am going to roll 46 and drop lowest for each of my scores, and I'm not doing them in order. I'll put them where I want them. I'm not that old
cool.
School. Ooh, that looks like a 9 to me.
A 9. And I rolled a 10.
All right, we got to get better at this. Let's see, 7, and yeah, I tied your 10.
Well, I just tied your 8.
Oh my!
We might be making some farmers.
There's one. 2 6s, and that's 15 for me.
And I do your 15 with a 14.
All right. Another 15.
Yeah, sorry guys, I don't have my camera that normally goes down is not one that I can hook to my computer for some reason. And another 8. I'm gonna have to roll another character because I can't have 2 8s. Can't survive with that. We'll see.
14. Getting warmer here.
I know. The other day, man, I was rolling like on fire, and then now it's like, ooh, 18.
Excellent.
3 6s and a 2. All right.
So sometime this past week, Greg sent me a text message where he was walking through the house and rolled his 4 6s and ended up with all 4 6s just walking through. That's the coolest thing. Let's see, 9, no, 12 for my last one.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The other day, I have my dice on my table. When I walk out the door, I just roll them. That's how I roll the 4 6s. Just I don't know. See how my day is going to go. I don't know. And I rolled 3 6s and a 1, and I guess I must have flipped the 1 to the 6, and I walked out the door, but I don't remember doing it. That's what happens when you're old like me. And oh, 1, 2, 3, 14. Not bad. Um, when you're old like me, then I I'd moved at 6 and I came in. I forgot that I did it, and I was like, "Oh, this been in my house." The condo, because sometimes people do come in here to do works and construction. I was like, "Does someone come in here and flip the thing?" Because they're
Oh,
free to go.
I would totally roll somebody's dice if I saw them sitting there.
Yeah, I know. I might just take a one extra roll to see if I can beat an 8 instead of having two eights on my character.
Since you're the player in this case and I'm the DM for this, I guess I'll allow it.
Let's see. A 12. See,
Right.
that's not too bad. I'm not going like too crazy. All right. But I got my 118. That's all. That's what you really, especially back in the old days, and we didn't even roll 3d6. Ooh, we should maybe roll a 3d6 character to see if it's better than our 46
That'll
character.
never be. Never.
You don't think so?
No.
Let's see.
I mean,
Nah, I
the
started with
original
a 9.
rolls, you had to roll 3d6 and use them the order you got them.
Yeah,
So,
that was crazy. Oh,
yeah.
I did just roll a 15. That's not too bad. And then a 13. And my last one would have been a 12. Nah, it'd have been. No, I would have got an 18. All right, sweet. So I am going to, even with these skills, I think I'm still going to play a fighter. And so in Becmi rules, Scott, is it if I go and play a fighter class? Um, so I'm thinking I'm gonna play a fighter, right? And you're gonna
That
do you
means
have enough?
you'll be a human fighter. Because with the Beckman rules, your races were your classes. So an elf is like half
An
mage,
elf.
half
That's right. An elf's an
fighter.
elf.
Yeah.
Correct, Mundo. Ooh, a dwarf is a dwarf. But see, that's the thing about being that. Because I could play, but the only thing is if I play like a halfling fighter, then I get the special abilities that come with it. But I don't really get. Well, they do have fighter combat options. That's when I get older. That's when I get
Yeah.
a lot higher level.
And if you choose a
It's
demi-human, you're level capped, usually around 9 or 10, I think.
Yeah, I might as well just play the classical human. I mean, I ain't got nothing against that. It just makes you say, okay, so the old fighter. I just love the. I mean, maybe I'm with you, man. I know it takes us back to our days, but I love the fighter. So prime requisite will be strength, of course. So I'm going to go with let's see, so strength, intelligence, wisdom, dex, con, and charisma. But you know what we could do? One thing, Scott, that we didn't think about is in this rule set, even though we're two characters, we can buy henchmen.
True.
Right. So we could get henchmen to start off. A lot of people do that as well. So that might be what we do. Is might have a henchman or two, because as a fighter. All right, so I am going to have to put my 18. So what are you looking at? You think you have the rolls for the cleric?
Well, my highest is a 15, so he won't be a stellar cleric, but he'll be able to cast spells.
Hey, my Shadow Dark cleric has a wisdom of 7.
Oh, that's brave.
Well, I mean that's what I rolled. He became a priest. He was a soldier, became a priest. It just I don't know. It's kind of cool that you can do something different like that. So is that what you're going to do? A 15?
Yep. I use my intelligence as my dump stat.
Your intelligence is your dump stat.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna go strength 18, and then I'm gonna go. That's my 18. So that means I'm gonna go 14 in dex and 14 in cons. Um, I'm going to go 12 charisma and I'm gonna go 10 intelligence, and I'm gonna go 8 wisdom.
I went with 15 strength, so I can have a little combat skill there, maybe a little extra damage. 9 intelligence, 15 wisdom, 14 dexterity, 10 constitution, and 12 charisma.
Okay, so that will let me have. It's gonna be a 4th level.
Yeah.
Do they have rules for creating higher level characters to start off?
No, I figured we would just pick the equipment we think we would like and get maybe 2 magical weapons or magical items.
Too much. Okay.
Yeah, just call it even. Don't want to overpower us at the beginning. We'll make it, fun still.
Oh yeah.
So the reason we're starting at 4 is because B10 is for levels 2 to 4, I believe.
Yep.
And since there's only 2 of us, so we're going to need as much help as we can to survive. So we're starting at 4.
Yep. I'm going to download Night Start Terror as well, and that way, when we want, we can show it on the screen when we get to that point. All right. So you're doing. So do you need to know the pluses? You can find your book, right? So it's
no, but I have a PDF. I can look it up on the PDF after we get finished. Since we're not playing tonight, I don't need to fill it out all the way.
Man, that's the beauty of it. It's filling out
What's the HP for a cleric? Is it 6 or 8?
Okay, cleric. Let me scroll for you. A thief. Did I scroll past the cleric? I did. I'd be happy if I just use the PDF and hit the button. It takes me right where I need to go, right?
Yeah.
All right, cleric. All right, prime requisite. I was listening to the other guy. He said it, pronounced it differently. So it's now it's throwing me off. Your wisdom is 15, right? So you get 5% experience bonus.
Yep.
Your hit dice is 1d6 per level.
And with the Constitution, I get no bonus.
Okay, let me give you the numbers.
Constitution of 10.
Constitution of 10. Where did they put the? There's the classes. I think they put the ability thing at the back of the book. I wish I had my book on me, but I'll have it tomorrow.
That's okay. I've been rolling my hit points.
Yeah, go ahead and roll in. I'll find it.
9. I'll just make a note. I don't think I get any bonuses with the 10 Constitution.
No, I think it's 0. Okay, it's got to be a 4 character creation. Character attributes.
All right, you definitely have to be the tank to keep me from taking damage. At only 9, it won't take long.
Yep, cleric is wisdom. Roll for hit points. Attack roll. My knees. Okay, here you go. So the lowest is an 8, right? So if you have an 8, it's a -1. If you have 9 to 12, it's a 0. It's 0. Yep. If you have a 13 to 15 is a +1, and 18 is a +3.
Got it.
Okay, so I need to roll, and as a fighter,
I'm almost sure you're a D8.
Yep, and so with your intelligence, what's your intelligence?
9. So I should not get any extra languages either.
You get reads and writes native languages, usually 2. So that's what I get too. Reads and writes languages. Here, I'll go through the stats while you have it. Your dexterity, you know what that is, what that does. Your wisdom. High wisdom's discussed above. Under high wisdom, adjustments for high wisdom scores, character saving throws. Okay, that's the bonuses. And I think as cleric, does it give you and then constitution, we know that. And then charisma, what's your charisma? Mine's a 12.
Same.
Okay, so that gives you maximum of 4 retainers, and their morale is a 7.
Okay.
With our leadership abilities, it might just be me and you at the same level.
We have to be fighting off a insurrection every once in a while.
Yeah. And then the and then their alignment is only lawful, neutral, or chaos.
Okay.
I'll be law. I'm not going to go. Or I could go neutral. Is most interested in personal survivors, believe their own wits and abilities rather than luck. I'm gonna go law. Okay. What else? What else you need to know? So it's experience point. Oh, characters' height and weight table.
Nah, who cares about that, right?
Nah, I mean, unless it matters for us to do something. Classes. All right, cleric is first. So what do you need to know? You get
I get
one
two,
d
two for how many spells do I have? 2 first level?
no
4 I
edge or
have.
pointed weapons. You know that.
Yeah.
Turning undead and clerical spells. At 4th level, you get 2 first level and 1 second level. Because remember, you don't get any at
Right.
first level. And you want me to give you your saving throws at
Nope.
that
I'll
level?
look all that up offline. It's all good.
All right.
I'm going to put it on a proper looking character sheet.
Well, we have one in the file that.
All right.
All right, and then you'll have your turning abilities.
Yep.
I can pop it up for you if you want me to fill you one.
No, I'm trying to do it my thoughts for him.
The higher level for fighters. Isn't fighters? I thought isn't weapon mastery an optional rule in this?
That I do
Variant
not remember.
rules, demi-human and mystic, non-lethal combat. I'm almost positive weapon mastery is that they added it to this rule set. I can't wait to get my dang book. I'm reading so many rule sets right now. I get character abilities, weapon mastery. Here it is. Dun, dun, dun. Weapon mastery. It says, I think you might get it. You get it as well. I think. Okay, so weapon mastery in the D&D combat system, each character automatically knows how to use every weapon available to his character class for use. The following system gives player characters the option to either study one weapon in depth or to study a few weapons to a less intense degree. When a character is using the weapons he has mastered, he has advantage over those who have not studied. Fighter starts off all first level with 4 weapon choices. All the other classes start off with 2. Human characters gain 1 new weapon choice at each of the following experience levels: 3, 6, 9. So you would have 3 choices of weapons, and then so what you can do. So I will have 5 weapon choices. Okay,
Yep.
and what that means is you can spend one of your weapon choices so to get a higher level of mastery, right? So you get 3. So if you wanted to, you could say, hey, I'm a master. I am going to spend all 3. I'm going to take the Warhammer and spend 2, and I will be skilled. And that will give you a skilled gives you benefits. Where are the benefits? Okay, if you're skilled, you'll get +2. A primary bonus, you'll get +2 +1. So what's the what's the bonuses to welders armor class? Why does it have characters with skilled or better weapon mastery receive bonuses to the attack roll with the mastered weapon, as noted in the attack roll bonus tables? When the character successfully completes training and achieves a new level of mastery, he gains his new applicable attack roll bonus and all other special weapon benefits from the new table level mastery below. And it has bonus versus primary, which is +2. Even with the additional bonuses gained from the weapons, don't forget to apply character strength adjustments to all melee attacks and to melee and drawn weapons for damage rolls. Thrown weapons. Apply also his dexterity adjustments to all thrown and missile attacks. Why does it say secondary? Huh. Do you know that what that would be?
No.
Oh, here it is. Most weapons are better when attacking one or other of these defense categories. On the weapon master, each weapon listed shows a primary weapon, the category of defense against which the weapon is most effective, and a secondary opponent, the other category, which is less effective. A few weapons that are equally against both types. Oh, I guess it's if it's P equals A. I guess all the weapons have a P thing where it's like slashing
Yeah,
or
piercing
or whatever. And so if it's let me find equipment. Maybe that's what it maybe looks like. Anyway, we'll get more into that, I guess, when we make your equipment, weapons, weapon description. Man, I wish my thing would just keep it width the whole time. Swords, bandied weapons, armor, torches. I wish I had my book. I got every kind of weapon mastery. There it is, but it's not showing all the weapons. Oh, there they are. Dun, dun, dun. Well, it has notes at the end, but it doesn't have anything that says A. I guess we'll figure that out. It's not really that important. But anyway, you can get weapon mastery if you want for your. Oh, never mind. There's a weapon mastery table that has all that kind of that stuff on there. So anyway, my fighter's going to have. So I get 5. So what I'm going to do is whatever his sword, I'm going to have a sword of some type, and I'm going to spend 2 points to be skilled in it. And then I'm going to have bow and arrow, and I'm going to spend, so that would be 1 point +2 to be skilled, and then my bow is going to be 1 + 1 to be basic. So I can get a little extra, because you need us to be a little bit better, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to put my stats in here. It's class fighter. You know what? I'm going to share the screen. So we'll show them what one of the characters' things look like.
Sounds good.
Here's the old character sheet. So fighter, you can see it, right, Scott? So
yes.
So before, I'm going to go law, goody tissues, So I'm going to do 18 strength. What did I say? 10 intelligence, 8 wisdom, 14 dex, 14 const, 12 constitution. So I have 4 retainers. I don't need an AI assistant. Morale is a 7. Hit points adjustment is +1. Missile fire for dex is +1, right, for 14. Saving throws -1. Oh, better hope we don't run into some magic. And then my hit is +3. Yeah. So he can read and write. Well, that's good to know that I can read and write. Okay, let's go down. What do you need for me to look up? Like weapons and armor or something?
No, I'm good. I mean, I really will. I'll have to go through it, and as soon as I find my book tonight.
Okay, cool. Well, which one do you want to do? So we're going to talk about. You want to start talking about um, why we're going to try Duo? What you hope to get out of being out of Duo?
Yeah, this should be an interesting experience. Usually, I'm either on the DM side or the player side. Never have I shared the DM role, uh, at least in Dungeons and Dragons. So this should be fun, where we can start the adventure and we both have a equal say so where we want to take it or what we want to do when we come to crossroads. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I've done Duo before, um, once or twice. Oh, let me put up our banner. I've done Duo once or twice, and at least twice, and it worked out really. It worked out fine. One of the benefits, compared a little bit compared to solo, I found was the ability for someone to catch something that you miss. You know what I mean. Like if you're playing by yourself, you might miss a rule, or you might make a decision, and you're kind of and someone goes, "Well, wait a minute. Can you really do that?" Because you know what I mean. Like gives you that other perspective, another set of eyes on something, and creativity. So we're going to play a module. So we're going to play Night Start Terror. So we're going to have pre-read it, and we're going to, and that will also give two people who've read it, um, and um, so I like it, and it also allows like when we're playing the enemy, you can roll to hit my character, and I can roll to play yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we could do it both ways, um, and I think that's a very cool way of doing it.
So what happens when we come to a crossroads and I say A and you say B? Do we roll for it?
Yeah, I mean we'll just roll for it if we can't talk it out. I know when like I said when I did it last time, um, we were almost able to always work it out. There wasn't a time where I wasn't able to, you know what I mean, where we didn't get to a point where it was like, hey, what do you think? But yeah, if we got to, we just roll if
Cool.
you want. If you think it's something that's um, that important to try to, we can't come to something. But I think with this, I think with this adventure, it has. How far did you get into the read? I'll pop it up real quick. So this is Dark Terror.
Not very far. So
Um,
I don't want to read. I really don't want to read the whole thing at first. I want to read just a section that we come into, and then when we decide to go further, then I'll read the next parts. That way, I'll have some surprise ahead of me.
Correct. Well, I will just tell you this part without, it's not really a spoiler part, but one of the things that makes this adventure so good, I watched a recap of it, um, from Becmi Berserker, and what makes it is that you do get to a point where it becomes a sandbox. There's like, I don't know, 8 to 10 different things you can do.
Yeah.
And so that's what's really kind of cool, because it kind of starts out, it kind of gets you to your main little town. But then once you leave and go out, it really opens up and allows you to do a lot of stuff that leads right back, that you can have that feeling of going different ways. And there's like, man, I want to say there's 10 to 12 spots that are like that. And so when we get
Nice.
to that point, we're just going to decide which way the characters will go. Um,
I
and
know this is a shared DM experience, but I don't think I've ever have I played a game when you were the DM.
nope, I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. So this will be a new experience for that too.
Yeah, because I don't think I played I think we've played as characters together.
Yep. And I know I've DM'd stuff that you've gone through before. So cool.
Yeah, and so yeah, I think it'll be fun. I mean, I hope it's gonna be fun. I think it will be. I mean, I usually have uh, the last time I did it, we played against the Giants is what we started to play.
The original
Uh,
G1, 2, and 3.
no, the 25th anniversary one,
Okay.
which is really more of a sandbox. It's opened up,
Is that
and
the
you
one
can
where
do.
they merge like the Demonwood pips with the against the Giants, or is it just the Giants piece by itself?
It's just the giant piece. I
Okay.
mean, it's got you can do all three of the main giant ones, and that's going to lead off into the other one, because what they did was they took Queen of the Demon Web Pips, or whatever it is, and made it its own one book. So you go from one, and you can go play the other one, I guess,
Yeah.
if you want. But it's really an open box, because you can do. It's got all kinds of towns, all these little different adventures in it, and I love that adventure. It's one that I've always wanted to play, um, and DM. And so me and Joby, did it, started it, and we did where we had two characters that were um, who had been who sent from the town, one of the towns that was run over by giants, because it has all the towns that are ran over by the giants, and it tells who's ruling it,
Hmm.
right? And so it gives you like a flavor of like what group is running what and who's there. And we had to go meet someone in the woods and we're using Mythic, so we had to go meet someone in the woods to get a supply wagon for the rebels, or the insurgents, or whoever was still in the town that was fighting back. And it had been gotten found out by someone in the town, so our characters walked into an ambush or whatever. But we ended up surviving. But it was so that's what we did. So we just used it as a backdrop. And so if you're reading this and you say, "Hey, let's just do this," because it does start with, "Hey," you push the characters into the adventure, and then it branches out from there. But yeah, it is got a lot of reviews as one of the best, um, one of the best modules done. And it's got, I mean, look, man, look, it's got so many NPCs. Look at all the maps. It's got so many different maps, and it's just, very cool. Eastern. All right. It's missing one map that he showed that had like he showed one map that had like 10 the different adventures where they take place at. So I don't know why they're not in this thing. All right, man. Well, we got our characters. Oh, do you have a name for your character? How are you going to get your name for your character?
I am going to find one of the mini books I have around here with random tables and look through it.
All right. I'm going to find. Never mind. Here it is. It's got all. Yeah, it's got it here. This is the one that has all the little areas in it, maps and stuff. I'm going to. We're in Karamakis.
Keramikos, yes.
Yeah, I wonder if the Karamakis Gazetteer has names in the back of it. Have you
Oh,
looked at that?
I'm pretty sure it does. That's the first one that came out, I believe, GAZ1.
GAZ1. All right. Well, so everyone, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play Becmi, um, the Knights Dark Terror. We're going to run two characters. We're going to see how it goes. So if you're interested in seeing duo play on top of our solo play, um, I'm going to continue to play Shadow Dark. I think I'm going to add one more game for me to play. And Scott, you're going to add one soon,
Yep,
right?
starting to work on it.
Yep. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to play. It's going to be either the new Conan, the Hyborian Age from Monolith Games. I just got the PDF, and so I backed the Kickstarter. I guess I had the book coming later, or um, what's that called? Black Powder and Brimstone
Yep,
by Free League. Looks very very cool.
it's a takeoff of Workboard.
Yeah, Mort Bourget or whatever they call the thing. Or I might just do a Castles and Crusades game just because I'm running a Castle and Crusade game. Yeah, let me read a little bit more about whatever. All right, everyone. Well, Scott, you got anything else?
Nope, just turn in next time and see how many rules we forgot in the past 20 years.
That is true. Yep. So next time, I guess we'll be ready to play. We'll have our characters done and we'll have our sheets ready to go. And hopefully, I'll have my camera pointing down so we can see my character and my role and as we play the game and stuff. So, all right, Scott, and I'll see you soon, my cleric friend.
Yep, catch you later.
All right, see ya.